Hey friends, long time no see. If you're new here, my name's Phoebe. I write recipes, recently made a cookbook. I make homebody, creative, neurodivergent, informed, safe space videos, and lots of food content. Feels like I haven't spoken to you in a hot minute, but after releasing like 3 videos in quick succession around my book, I Want Dopamine for Dinner coming out, I just kind of ran out of puff. So you join me on Friday the 14th of November. Tomorrow is my book launch. This week I have been laying very low content-wise because I was so fatigued last weekend, and it was like another moment of, am I going to cancel this? We shall see. So I've been napping every second day to try and claw myself back from the brink of a total burnout flare-up, and it really helped. I'm making a lot of food for this event, so I've also been doing that and trying to have regular breaks with my legs up the wall to help with POTS, not get too achy and symptomatic in other ways. Chronic illness, hey, it's like whack-a-mole with what you experience. Anyway, I feel kind of ready. Like I've prepared speaking, feel like I've thought about this day for months, and I've been quietly shitting myself for months now, but it's okay because I do want to do it as well. Like, I am excited about it. I'm just excited about it between the hours of like 8 and 8:30. Outside of that, not so much. The only thing I'm like, you can never be 1,000% sure about is like allergens, but I deep clean the heck out of our kitchen. I've put like the gluten stuff and nut stuff somewhere else. But I think since COVID, I just like go, but air particles, you can't see them, you can't trace them. Anyway, I think the only person with a peanut allergy is a friend of mine who's coming, and I've cooked for her many other times and not done a deep clean of our kitchen, so I've done everything reasonable within my control. This isn't interesting to you. Anyway, I'm excited for tomorrow to arrive, to move through it. It's going to be like a nice 22-degree day in Melbourne, so that's great. It's jumpsuit friendly. That's lucky. Didn't have another backup situation for what I'm wearing. And now, before I make the buns this afternoon, I'm just going to practice my makeup so I can do it speedily tomorrow. I'm really proud of myself for getting to this moment. There have been a few stresses which have led me to seriously consider, not for very long, but seriously consider in that moment to like call this off because I just don't have the bandwidth for any more cookbook stuff. Like something that happened, which is resolved now since the last video I filmed, is about 30 of the US orders I sent, the first 30 or so that I sent, got sent back to me, which is over $1,000 worth of shipping. But I was like, I did everything right. I don't know what this is about. And luckily Australia Post honoured that. The customer service person I spoke to was so lovely. I'm so sorry that's happened to you, Phoebe. Absolutely we can refund those parcels. So I'm in the process of that money coming back to me. That all happened when I was just about to put in the order for the second print run. But I was like, over $1,000 down. I don't know that I want to do a second print run. Like, it just feels like a lot of money, taking a big financial risk when you've just suffered a loss. Anyway, all's been resolved. Those cookbooks are on their way. They have cleared US customs. Thank you so much to the US. Incredible, lovely people who pre-ordered. So helped me in the beginning of this whole cookbook situation, which makes it doubly shit, I feel, on your part because you like said yes and bought a cookbook early on. But thank you so much for your patience. Could not have been more lucky with a more understanding, supportive, apologetic, even though it's not your fault, on behalf of the US tariff situation. Thank you, US customers. You know who you are. You've received a bunch of Etsy messages from me, and hopefully you won't be receiving any more. And the second print run is in the works. They're currently being printed and will arrive in time for Xmas shipping if you live in Australia. If you live overseas, which most of the orders coming in are for people overseas, I guess because in Australia there are stockists and they're selling really well in stockists because the stockists are asking for more. Some have asked for like top-ups twice now, which is just awesome. Anyway, if you live overseas and you buy my book through Etsy now, I will ship it before Christmas, but it won't get to you till January if we're being realistic. So that's all ticking away, tickety-boo. And this week I have employed so many things I've learned from my physio, around managing my health. I've started seeing like a mental health sort of approached speech path, and that's been awesome for helping my confidence in the lead up to this book launch as well. I'm just feeling the cumulative growth of this year so profoundly at the moment. So many things that I'm just coping with so much better. Maybe that's the result of 1 year on Vyvanse and the brain rewiring that can happen with that, but also not gonna totally attribute it to that because I have worked hard. Anyway, excited to have a little party event, little moment, and then the next day's my birthday, and then I get the house to myself for a bit because my parents are popping out, and I'm gonna really enjoy the time to myself next week. And as a friend pointed out, just beginning like a new chapter is what I'm looking forward to. I finished uni for the year. That was another thing that happened that was contributing to my workload, stress, burnout moment. Go me, I did that. Completed 2 units out of 16, but still, it's a start. And I've slowly been able to start like basking in the achievement, which is this cookbook, and kind of reflect on the year that's been. But once this book launch is done, I will be able to do that even more. Because oh my goodness, this date's been a date in the making. People have asked me what I'm doing for my birthday, and it's like, haven't thought about it, honestly. I mean, I thought about it a little bit, but I haven't planned things because I've just been planning for the Saturday, and I don't know how I'm going to feel after. I'm just hoping I like stay in my corner throughout tomorrow, give myself grace, ask for what I need, know that I've done enough already in a way. There'll be food there, I've written this book, people are there to celebrate it, and how I show up will be fine. It's now Thursday. Yeah, my birthday was not the best, but we all get a birthday week, if not a birthday month, so that's okay. Some little things I bought for myself with birthday money have started arriving, including a small Nalgene water bottle. Love her already. Also got the Loop experience, which I have the Loop, the other ones. I wish these came in like better colours. This was like the most neutral. It is what it is. And I do really like the difference. I think I was finding the other ones are great just until the point that when I'm speaking to people with higher voices, I think it cuts off like the top decibels, whereas these cut off the bottom. Yeah, good for different environments. Anyway, about to have some like nice afternoon, very me time. I'm gonna walk Merlin and then have an afternoon of good food and op shopping. I haven't been op shopping in ages. Don't need to find anything. That's fine. It's just I'm craving an op shopping sesh and some fave foods. I've been sleeping well. Definitely can feel like my body's asking for some good solid rest, but I'm really enjoying and feeling more sane for like picking up other good parts of my routine that had just sort of fallen away in the few weeks leading up to the book launch. Because it was just like crawling to the finish line a bit, like doing my physio set exercises just makes me feel so much more stronger in my body. I think what I find really hard about birthdays, apart from getting massively glutened at a crap cafe that had changed hands and it was just like not a good experience, is the lack of routine. And I was feeling guilty, like, did I just waste a Sunday birthday? They know they don't come around too often, but actually I think I might be someone, and this makes me look forward to a Monday birthday next year. Like, I find the complete lack of structure on like a day you're meant to have a really good day and everyone's wishing you to have an amazing lovely day, like a bit of something normal to like work around just helps the bar be the expectations be a lot lower. Like this morning had a really nice productive morning, which makes me feel, I don't know, connected to real life. And then this afternoon will be more flexi-free, catering to myself in a different way. The book launch, should we talk about that? It was really good. Went really well. I've been feeling like, gosh, I could have done it so much better since I did it. Like there isn't some big learning curve the first time you do something. Yeah, the morning of, no power. I wasn't panicking though. I was just like, it'll work itself out. Power didn't come back on. I was like, okay, I'll have to call the bookshop and like see if I can go into the space earlier to finish the foods preparation there. Didn't come to that. Neighbours offered their oven. My dad drove me in. It was actually pretty go like until I got there to like set everything up and finish like the last little bits around food. And so then like everyone was arriving, and I think it only like hit me when Ellen from Brunswick Bound was like, are you ready? And I was like, talking, gotta do that too. And I had like a little internal panic, but I was like really quite well mentally prepared for the speaking part. Like I'm really proud of all the work I did in the lead up to that. A phrase I've been channeling was like, if other people abandon you, or like it feels like when, because I struggle to like talk to people when it's not a two-way conversation. You can't really, doesn't really feel like you're making sense. I don't know, you don't get that direct, immediate feedback. Then I feel like I'm not making any sense because I'm reading people's facial expressions, and then I just sort of stop being able to like maintain my train of thought and like be able to keep talking. And that didn't happen because I think that like psychological, untrue, like phenomena that can happen can feel like others are like abandoning you or something, but something I've been remembering is you can always, what is in your control is not abandoning yourself. And also worked on like, you know, if things go wrong, if I lose my train of thought, it's not the end of the world. You can use your words to like get through that, and it's absolutely fine. People were laughing, said something inadvertently like really sexual at one point, and we all had a massive laugh. Classic. Yeah. It was a learning experience. It was a very like gentle, forgiving, supportive crowd. Everyone seemed to like the food. I could have made the food look better, but with the morning I had and the spoons I had, it was okay. No one died from allergies. That's obviously the most important thing. I was feeling really good about how it went like through to the end, and that feels like a huge achievement. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself. Really proud of myself. I was reminded, yeah, just doing like big catering jobs is big on its own, and then the speaking element was like another one. But if I was doing another event where there was like less food and speaking, or it was just speaking, like I would feel so much more equipped and capable. And I think there is just a thing about speaking live, like it is just a jump off a diving board and see what happens. Like you just have to kind of take a leap. And as lots of people like told me, like it's not an exam, people just want to hear you speak. I was glad there was food maybe for the first speaking thing I've ever done live, because like people had a distraction. I got a bit in my head about it when I was watching some clips some friends took. Like, whoa, I was speaking way slower than it felt like. Like I knew it went really quick, but I wasn't speaking that slow. I think I was just watching it back. I knew what I was trying to say. So I was like, come on. Or I knew what I had said. Anyway, they're my thoughts. Was happy with my outfit. Wish I got more photos of me. Like a really nice, you know, one of me. That didn't happen. Didn't get much footage. That's always the way with me. That's the first thing to go, but heck yeah, I did it. I had a little book launch of this book, and like strangers came. We raised a bit of money for Olive Kids. People had good food. Really affirming, emboldening, good experience. If hecka stressful as well, of course, but such is life.